Hi, how do you do? Well, do you like my watch? Yes, that's what I thought. So do I. It's beautiful, don't you think? Hello and welcome to the most borderline watch enthusiast channel in the world. And today I'll show you two watches. One that's made by a German and one that's made by a German gone wild. We're talking about the Glashütte Original Panomaticlunar in steel and a very slightly exhibitionistic brand new green red gold version with a green dial and a frog leather strap. Now obviously that's not real frog leather, guys, it's alligator. The steel version starts at 9,600 euros and the green gold version starts at 18,800. Both watches are 50 meters water resistant and measure 40.3 millimeters in diameter or 47 millimeters lug to lug. And although that size is nicely restrained, the case is also quite thick at 12.7 millimeters. Combine that with the red gold and shiny green alligator strap and you'll get a watch with the stopping power of a brick wall. It's almost as if someone in Glashutte says, "And now we are going to make a wild watch." In lots of ways it indeed is kinda crazy. The dial design is unlike anything you've ever seen before and it still looks kinda classic. It shows the time in a sub-dial with gold applied indices which intertwines with a small second. The shape of the minute and alpha hour hands are razor sharp, while the second hand has an elegant counterweight. The right side of the dial is reserved for a beautiful golden moon phase in a very nicely finished window, and underneath it has an oversized date on black discs that work very well with the dégradé effect of the dark green dial. Talking about that dial, it's really worth mentioning that Glashütte Original makes its own dials in Pforzheim, a craft rarely seen in watches of this price. Up to 40 separate operations are required to produce these very finely finished dials. Now, having worn this watch for about a week, I was constantly mesmerized and very pleasantly surprised by the fresh face of it. But it's also very expressive, so you can't really wear it in any circumstance, and I honestly think if you have a darker skin tone, this will definitely look fantastic on you. For me, I think a cocktail party, that is the perfect place for a watch like this. This is what I mean. Hi, how do you do? Well, do you like my watch? Yes, that's what I thought. So do I. It's beautiful, don't you think? Now, see what I mean? This watch is made to impress. And that makes me go to my blue-eyed new friend. Because this is the watch I definitely want to buy for everyday use. It's so cool, restrained and still expressive. This specific version has a steel bracelet, but it's also available on a calf leather and an alligator leather strap. And the detailing is top class. For example, Glashütte Original has switched the gold moon phase to silver and the hands to white gold. It also has the date in exactly the same color as the dial and a very fine grading of the sub-dials. The glass is absolutely beautiful with anti-reflective treatment on both sides. But there is one thing that makes me fall in love with this watch like a brick. Seen through a large glass caseback is the incredibly good looking and filthy sexy calibre 9002, the stuff that gives Glashütte its good fame. The calibre 9002 was developed and produced by Glashütte Original, has a 42-hour power reserve and a 21-karat gold off-centered rotor that leaves just enough room for the duplex-swan-neck fine adjustment regulator. A swan neck is a traditional feature showing its provenance, and Glashütte Original actually improved it by doing double that. It also has an anachron balance spring, which is slightly better than the Niverox more commonly used by the Swatch Group brands. The movement is quite large, really filling all the space in the case, and thanks to the traditional and beautiful three-quarter plate, all the organs are on full display. And the finishing is just as stunning. It has the balance bridge engraved by hand, beautiful Glashütte ribbings and bevel edges. It even has a main plate with Glashütte stripes. This really is one of the most fantastic looking movements in this price category. So I really hope you're enjoying this video so far. If you do, please do like, do subscribe, because, well, you know how YouTube works. You get more to see of me, and it's also easier for me to maintain this channel. So please do like, subscribe, leave your comments, and let's continue with the video now. It's also very interesting to see where this watch actually comes from. The city of Glashütte, which is a small city in the southeast of Germany, which is famous for one thing only: watchmaking. It all started over 170 years ago, when the local Kaiser wanted farmers to do something. One Mr. Lange had been to Switzerland to see watchmaking and decided he would do the same in Germany. And so he brought high-end watches to Glashütte, which thrived for a while until the Great Depression got all the Germans depressed. And to make matters worse, after World War II, all the companies were nationalized by the communists. They had to make millions of relatively simple watches for the people in a company called the Glashütte Uhrenbetrieb. After the fall of the Berlin Wall, this company got a new life as Glashütte Original and became part of the Swatch Group. Nowadays, this tradition-rich brand produces up to 95% of all movement components in-house and represents the highest levels of watchmaking art. And I feel this watch company definitely deserves your full attention. They make things with such a fine attention to detail, it's really easy to get lost in all the detailing. And to be sure you can fully appreciate all of this beauty, I will just shut up and leave you to this. Glashutte Original really proves to be up there with some of the greatest brands in the world with these creations. Especially the steel version offers a very fine finishing and quality below 10K, making it a very serious competitor for any brand. Whether it's in this restrained blue and steel or exhibitionistic crazy red, gold and green, these watches are worth every penny. So, where do you wear a watch like this? A cocktail party. Where do you wear a watch like this? Every day. When will you enjoy it? Every day of your life. Period. Do you like watches just as much as I do? Yes. Please do like, subscribe, and I just love you. I just love to see you on my channel. So please